Hello friends, this is Rashmi Singh. Welcome to my channel Unraveling Science. Today's topic is Human Eye and the Colorful World Around Us, Class 10, Chapter 11. In this video, we are going to learn about structure and working of human eye, defects of vision and their corrections, refraction of light through prism, dispersion of white light by glass prism, atmospheric refraction, scattering of light or Tyndall effect. Human eye. It is the natural occurring optical instrument which allows us to see the colorful world around us. Structure of eye. It is a spherical ball with a diameter of about 2.3 centimeters. Consists of convex lens made up of living tissues. It has two layers that cover it. One is scleroid, outermost covering that consists of white fibers. Function is to protect all parts of the eye. Second is choroid. It is the inner gray membrane. Its function is to darken eye from inside so that no internal reflection takes place. Parts of eye. Retina. It is a light-sensitive screen inside the eye on which image is formed. It contains rods and cones. Cornea. It is a thin membrane which covers the eye trail, acts like a lens which refracts the light entering the eye. Aqueous humor. It is a fluid which fills the space between the cornea and the eye lens. Eye lens. It is a convex lens made up of transparent and flexible jelly-like material. Its curvature can be adjusted with the help of ciliary muscles. Pupil. It regulates and controls the amount of light entering into the eye. It is a black opening between aqueous humor and lens, black in color. Light entering into it cannot exit. Iris. It controls the amount of light entering the eye by changing the size of pupil. Ciliary muscles. It helps to change the curvature of the eye lens and hence changes its focal length so that we can see the objects clearly placed at different positions. Optical nerve. They are the nerves which takes the image to the brain in the form of electric signals. Vitreous humor. It is clear gel that fills the space between the lens and the retina of the eyeball. Working of pupil. Have you ever observed that when you come out of cinema hall after watching the movie in bright sunlight, your eyes tends to close, or when you enter a hall from bright sunlight, you won't be able to see anything initially, and after some time only you can able to see. It is because when the light is bright, iris contracts the pupil so that less light enters the eye, and when the light is dim, iris expand the pupils so that more light enters the eye. Power of accommodation. The ability of eye lens to adjust its focal length with the help of ciliary muscles is called power of accommodation. Now, ciliary muscles have two states, relaxed and expand. Relaxed state mein eye lens become thin. In contract state, eye lens become thick. Relaxed state increases focal length. Contract state decreases the focal length. In relaxed state enables us to see distant object clearly, and contract state nearby objects clearly. You can see the pictures here. Working of eye. Here you can see that how the sunlight bounces off the object in front of us, reaches our eye, forming an inverted image on retina, and this image is sent to brain in the form of electric signal. Near point of the eye. It is 25 centimeters for normal eye, minimum distance at which object can be seen most distinctly without strain. Far point of the eye. It is infinity for normal eye. It is the farthest point up to which eye can see objects clearly. Defects of the vision and their correction. First is myopia or nearsightedness. In this defect, person can see near objects clearly but cannot see the distance object properly. In this case, image is not formed on the retina, instead in front of the retina. Myopia is caused due to excessive curvature of the cornea, elongation of eyeball. Since concave lens has the ability to diverge incoming rays, it is used to correct myopia. Second is hypermetropia or long-sightedness. As you can see in the picture, it is in this kind of defect, the person can see the distance object properly but cannot see the near objects clearly. Image is formed behind the retina instead of on the retina. It happens due to increase in the focal length of the eye lens, shortening of eyeball. Since convex lens has the ability to converge incoming rays, it is used to correct hypermetropia. Third is presbyopia. In this type defect, the power of accommodation decreases with aging. The ciliary muscles get weakened and flexibility of eye lens get diminished. The person may suffer from both myopia or hypermetropia. To correct this defect, bifocal lens is used with both concave and convex lenses. Cataract. This defect is caused due to the membranous growth over the eye lens. The eye lens becomes hazy or even opaque, leads to decrease or loss of vision. It can only be corrected by surgery. You can see the picture of normal eye and the cataract eye here. Refraction of light from a prism. When we say glass prism, we mean triangular glass prism, and a triangular glass prism is made up of glass which has, as you can see in the picture, 3 rectangular sides, 1, 2, 3, and 2 triangular ends, 1 and 2. In prism, refraction occurs on 2 sides of equilateral triangle. In rectangular glass slab, the 2 faces are parallel, but in prism they are not parallel. So as shown in the diagram, when the light ray falls on one side of the prism, it gets refracted, that is bent towards the normal, because it is moved from rarer medium air to denser medium prism. When these rays reach the other side of the prism, it gets refracted again, bent away from the normal, because now it has moved from denser medium prism towards rarer medium air. So the light ray which falls on the prism is the incident ray PE. Light ray which is refracted, bends on entering the prism, is called refracted ray EF. The light ray which emerges out of the prism is called emergent ray FS. So here angle I is the angle of incident, angle R is the angle of refraction, angle E is the angle of emergence. Angle A is the angle of prism. If the incident ray is extended forward and emergent ray extended backwards, they tend to meet at point O, and the angle made by these emergent and incident ray is called the angle of deviation. Dispersion of white light by glass prism. So when light falls on the prism, it splits the incident ray into band of colors. The sequence of colors observed here are Vibgyor, violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange and red. These band of colors are known as spectrum. This splitting of incident light into different color is known as dispersion. This splitting is due to bending of light rays at different angles. Violet light bends most while red light bends least. The phenomena of rainbow is due to dispersion of light. So here we can see that when white light from sun enters the water droplets, refraction occurs between air and water medium, and then inside the water droplets, reflection takes place, and again as the light ray emerges out of the droplet, refraction takes place between water to air medium. As the result, light is scattered and rainbow is formed. Atmospheric refraction. The refraction of light caused by the Earth's atmosphere, which has many layers of air with varying optical densities, is called atmospheric refraction. Twinkling of stars. When the starlight enters the atmosphere, it undergoes refraction. Due to this, refractive index changes. The light bent towards the normal. The apparent position of stars appears slightly different from actual position. Since physical conditions of Earth's atmosphere are not stationary, apparent position of stars keeps on changing, and that's why they appear to twinkle. So here you can see the apparent and the actual position of star is different because of the refractive index. So why the planets do not twinkle? Because planets are closer to Earth and are seen as an extended source of light, that is collection of large number of point-sized sources of light. Therefore, the total amount of light entering our eyes from all individual point-sized source will nullify the twinkling effect. Advanced sunrise and delayed sunset. The sun is visible to us 2 minutes before actual sunrise and 2 minutes after the actual sunset because of atmospheric refraction. By actual sunrise, we mean actual crossing of horizon by the sun. The figure shows the actual and apparent position of sun with respect to the horizon, and the time difference between them is 2 minutes. Scattering of light, Tyndall effect. The Earth's atmosphere is a heterogeneous mixture of minute particles such as smoke, water droplets, dust, molecules of air, etc. When a beam of light strikes such fine particles, the path of beam becomes visible and the light reaches us after being reflected diffusely by these particles, and the phenomena of scattering of light by colloidal particle give rise to Tyndall effect. So Tyndall effect can be observed when the sunlight passes through the canopy of dense forest. You can see the light beam in the forest. Here tiny water droplets in the mist that scattered the light. And this figure shows when we throw a light beam on the water solution, no light beam is visible, but in milk solution it is visible, and also visible in flour and water solution. Why sky appears blue in color? Color of the sky appears blue due to scattering of light. When the sunlight passes through the atmosphere, fine particles in air will scatter the blue color more strongly than the red. Why sky appears red in color during sunset and sunrise? It is because the sun is near to the horizon and therefore sunlight has to travel larger distance in the atmosphere. So as you can see in the picture, due to this, most of the blue light which have shorter wavelength is scattered away by the particles, and the light of longer wavelength, that is red color, reaches our eye, and that's why sun appears red in color. But at noon the sun appears white. It is because at noon the sun is overhead and the sun would travel shorter distance relatively. Sunlight would travel shorter distance through the atmosphere, hence noon the sun appears white. Why the danger signal or sign is made up of red color? It is because red color scattered most light when strike the small particles of fog and smoke, and because it has maximum wavelength, so it is the visible spectrum, hence larger distance also we can see the red. Thanks for watching. Please do like, share and subscribe.